2 on, and I can tell you that the slightly wet track hasn't worried punters. While I was in the main betting ring, I saw one punter put $10,000 on it to win 4 with Jeff Pendlebury on the rails here. So punters don't mind the short odds, and he does look the winner, but oh boy, you need nerves of steel at those prices. If you're a punter, you've got them, of course. Trader Vic at $10, 9 to 1. Pleasure Giver to be ridden by Shane Dye at $7, 6 to 1. Tri Cove, $34. Number 5, Bay Can Empire at $26. Powers is the roughie of the field at $81. And a D-Win, Mick Dittman's mount, the second favourite at $5.50. There's the General Nediym to be ridden by Brian York. I told you Shane Dye's riding Pleasure Giver. We thought in a race of only 7 runners that tactics had played such an important part. There's Shane there. We asked Shane before the race what he thought the tactics would be.
Now, with only 7 runners in the Stks Stakes, it won't matter where you draw. General Nedym's drawn barrier 6, and Brian York has to be very careful on him today, because Mick Dittman on a D-Win's drawn outside of him. Now, if they go too fast early, a horse back in the race could get home strong and finish over top of them. So Brian will be trying to hold General Nediym up to run the 1,400 metres. Watch for Pleasure Giver, who I'm riding, back in the field, charging home late. And if they go too fast early, he could win.
Yes, so thinks Shane Dye. And, Shane will be hoping that Mick Dittman there on a D-Win going into the barrier does take on the hot favourite, the General. I doubt if he'll beat him, but, well, we'll soon see. Here's Johnny Tapp to call the action in the 1997 Stan Fox Stakes.
Thank you, Kenny. Small field, but a very select one. Ready to go in the Stan Fox. Light flashing on top. Track cleared. They look set. Off and running in the Stan Fox Stakes. Good start. And General Nediym and Addy Win from the outside are away quickly, and Brian York is happy to let the filly lead him. Addy Win goes straight to the lead over General Nediym. In third place is Trader Vic, who's 3 deep at the moment, is now going up into second spot. The General got fired up a bit with Trader Vic on his outside, followed by Pleasure Giver, and then Tri Cove. Bay Can Empire dropping out last, and Powers is starting a quick move to go up midfield. Coming around the first turn, and Addy Win led by about 2 lengths or a bit more to Trader Vic. General Nediym is travelling 1 horse off the rail, putting Powers 3 deep at the 800 mark. Then Pleasure Giver on the outside of Tri Cove, and Bay Can Empire last, about 7 off the lead. Addy Win is a clear-cut leader at the 600 by 2 on General Nediym, who's travelling pretty generously. In third place, Trader Vic. Powers 3 deep, followed by Pleasure Giver, niggled a bit, and then Tri Cove and Bay Can Empire last as they come around the corner into the straight, and the filly Addy Win is in front, a length on General Nediym, with Brian York looking pretty cosy. 2 lengths away, Trader Vic, then Pleasure Giver, who's another 2 off and is hard ridden now as they come over the rise, where General Nediym went straight past Addy Win. Pleasure Giver on the outside is running on gamely. General Nediym, with a terrific turn of acceleration, is about 3 in front of Pleasure Giver, who's running home very gamely. General Nediym has to be shaken up by York in the last bit. He hangs on to win at about 3/4 of a length to Pleasure Giver, who got to the line really well. Trader Vic third, then Tri Cove, followed by Bay Can Empire. Addy Win didn't run the 1,400, and tailed off is the maiden Powers.
Well, General Nediym was far too good today, but the Caulfield Guineas, an extra 200 metres. Wow, there's got to be a question mark over him. Pulled a bit today, but he did that last week and still won. You can see here, Yorkie's gone for him. The track was a bit wet, admittedly. Never going to get beaten today, and he made his record 10 starts for 9 wins. But as John told you, only about 3/4 of a length in it when they hit the line. There's the General in front. That's a D-Win weakening now out of second place. In the bright green sleeves with the green cap is Pleasure Giver, and in the cerise colours, the all cerise, is Trader Vic, who gets through to third place. The General Nediym has paid $1.40 and $1.10. Number 3, Pleasure Giver, who really does take ground off him here. Just have a look at this. Has paid $2.60 for the place. And of course, with only 7 runners, there's no third dividend. Well, the General wasn't going to get beaten today, but how impressive was he? Well, I'm just not so sure. Brian York will probably interview him for tomorrow's racing show later in the day. We'll have a talk with Connections here shortly to see what they think of the General after that win. But 10 starts, 9 wins. It's hard to knock such a fine horse as the General Nediym, and we see General Nediym coming back there with the clerk of the course after another great victory. We'll take a short break now. Oh no, first of all, why don't we talk to Bill Mitchell, the trainer of General Nediym. Well, Bill, he won, but what about that last 150 metres?
Well, it's like a mile out there today on the slightly slower track, so I don't think he's at his best on that going. So really, I think he'd be happier on top of the ground, and I'm very pleased with the way he finished the race off. You know, that couple wanted to lead him, and he relaxed reasonably well and finished the race off as well as I would have hoped today.
Well, he's had 10 starts for 9 wins. It's hard to knock him.
He's pretty good.
And Bill, Caulfield Guineas now?
Definitely, yeah, straight there.
That's his next start.
Yep.
Do you think with more experience, like he's had 2 runs now where he's tried to be restrained, that he will relax better each time?
I think he will. We'll probably lengthen his workout a little bit now because, you know, we've been keeping him fairly fresh for this type of distance race. And, you know, his work needs to lengthen out a bit now just to help him get over more ground.
I think you're a master of understatement. Pretty good. He might be better than that, eh?
Thanks, Kenny.
Good on you, Bill. Bill Mitchell, the trainer of the $1 million colt, General Nediym. A break now, and then more on the wide world